Yes, yes, there
Yeah,
is.
now
Yes, thank you.
it's working.
Mhm. Okay. See you. Bye.
Thanks. Bye
Bye.
bye.
Okay.
Yes. Well, sorry for the mistakes of this.
No problem. No worries. For some reason, I wasn't able to access your links. I think it's because my Zoom is a business Zoom. So
Yes,
there are some
personal with the Zoom to the job is difficult to. I don't know why.
yeah, but it's working now. It's
Yes,
what's matter.
yes. Thank you. First, thank you to accept this interview, really. I know.
No worries. Happy to help.
Well, hello, thank you for accept this interview. Could you start telling me your name and your currently job position?
Yes. Well, I'm Melissa. I am based in Brazil, São Paulo, and I work at Dynatrace, a software IT company for more than 10 years, 12 actually. And I have been working at marketing for 10 years. And right now I am a senior field marketing manager.
Wow. Anyway, let's start with the first question. What inspired you to study marketing?
Yeah, well, when I studied in the primary school, the last years of the primary school before going to university, I attended to a technical course, not the regular one, and the technical course was marketing. Then after some 3 years after I finished school, I worked for a company. It was a oil and gas aviation company, and they could afford my university. So I needed to choose a course that would be helpful to that company. We always have those same options. We have business, we have finance,
Yeah.
we have accounting maybe, and we have marketing. So I am a person that I know in my life that I am a communication person. That's what I like to do. And marketing is more close. I told them at that time, it was in 2007, 2007.
Yeah.
I am old. And then I told them at that time, can I study journalism? And they said, Melissa, we don't need journalists here, but we need marketers. So I started studying marketing
Wow.
for this reason.
Wow. Second question. What were the biggest challenge you faced when you starting out?
Yeah, the biggest challenge, it depends because marketing is a very broad area. So it is different to each kind of person. For some types of person, maybe it's because we that are 40 years old or more, we studied an old kind of marketing, offline, not digital at all. So maybe this is the biggest challenge. To me, it's not because I am a nerd. I am a nerd, so everything that it's online to me, it's easy. So to me, the biggest challenge I had is B2B, business to business, because it is not obvious. It is not intuitive. The buyer journey for B2C, um, it's way more intuitive. It's way more easy. You want to purchase a mobile. So you look for the quality, the brand, maybe, if you are an Apple lover, or you look for a nice camera, or you look for a cheap mobile. So it's so intuitive. And when you are a B2B marketer, the buyer journey is very complex. it depends on a lot of stakeholders, you know. There are a lot of different criteria for a B2B, a business customer to choose that service or that product. So it is really challenging to me, B2B.
Yes, the B2B is también for me, when I start marketing B2B is strange because you usually century in the marketing B2C is the normal
Yeah,
marketing. And
it is the normal. Yeah, that's it.
next question. What skill do you consider essential for success in marketing?
Well, I would say always study, update courses, because marketing nowadays is very related to technology, because we have a lot of platforms, tools, you know. And then as technology is always changing and evolving, we as marketers, we need to be always studying. So always do update courses, I guess, to be a multidisciplinary professional, because marketing touches, let's say, a lot of different areas of life. So you need to know a lot of different things. So be a multidisciplinary person. Know other languages. You know, English is, you know, mandatory. And nowadays, not only English. So I'm learning Spanish right now, and it's being a challenge, but it's really clear how we need to learn other languages. Writing skills, it's very important. Finance skills, to be analytical, to know how to manage conflicts, to know how to work under pressure. It's very important. If you don't know how to do many things in the same time and how to work under pressure, it's tough, because business, sometimes you can plan, sometimes things happen last minute, you know. Communication skills and strategy too, because if you don't have a strategy in the paper and a plan, everyone will ask you a lot of things and you just say yes, yes, yes. If you have money, if you have budget, you say yes, yes, yes. No, have a plan, have a strategy, and work accordingly.
How was marketing change since you started your career?
Yeah, from offline to online. When I first studied marketing, it was still offline. We still relied on papers, on prints, you know, on banners and offline channels only, because digital didn't exist. So it changed to online right now, and it leads marketing. Everything ends online. In any point of your career or your job, you will rely on an online platform or tool, or, you know, anything. And there are more tools available right now than before. We have more possibilities, we have more skills, and in the same time, we are more demanded. You know, things aren't simple anymore. If you do an interview for a marketing job, they will ask you a lot of things. If you know Excel, if you know Power BI, if you know, I don't know, a workflow tool, Monday, you know, anything. So we have more skills and possibilities, tools to work, which is nice, but in the same time, you are more expected as a professional. I think that now I studied something in the university. They said marketing can create a need, and I believe in it. on it right now, more than I believe it before, because right now we can really create a need, you know. I think that marketing evolved for this place where we can create a need, relying on a strategy or a nice campaign. And we are more efficient right now, I guess, and more methodical. We we have data. I think this is the most important. We now have the possibilities of having data of our customers' behavior. So you think Netflix, so you open your Netflix. If you see only the things you Carmen, like to watch, it's because they have your data. And this is for everything. So now this is the power we have to have the data and content too. I think that that's it.
Mm. Yes, I completely agree. Can you describe me a project you are especially proud of?
Well, I work with field marketing and I work 80% with events. And what I am proud of is to build a cost-efficient event, an event very focused in content. Remember, I'm in technology and IT and B2B. So to me, building an event that will generate opportunities of negotiations after this event, it's a project that I'm proud of. It happened in September of last year. I had a past boss that had been working with me for 10 years. And then she went to another position in her life and another challenge in her career. And suddenly, me, that I was only a specialist background professional, I was only a supportive professional. That's what I was. And I was alone to build an event of 2 days, work with a lot of stakeholders and different groups and being the only in the center of support. And they even had 2,000 registrations and 700 people. And it was a very successful event. And I can say I did it alone with many bosses to report. So I'm very proud of this. So it was a cost-efficient event focused in content, eliminating things that weren't really needed, funny things, entertainment things in an event. Sometimes you don't have budget. So you focus on what you need, content, branding, bringing nice professionals to speak, and being more analytical. I'm proud of last year.
Mm. And what advice would you give to someone who wants to pursue a marketing career?
Yeah, to study a lot, speak other language, like I said, speak other language as much as you can. English, Spanish, if you want more, speak French. It depends on the region you are. It depends on the company you would like to work at. Your dream is to work at Google, let's say. So studying, you need to have a nice English. I don't say native English, because a native perfect English, only a native person that lived in US or Australia or London can speak, but have an advanced English where you feel really safe to be in any call or meeting or do any presentation. The same if you work at Latin America, if you live in any Latin America country, or if you live in Brazil, but you can work with Latin America, you need to work to know Spanish, other things, be curious, because sometimes you won't have anyone available to explain you things or to show you things, or you won't have things ready for you. You will need to research, you will need to find solutions, you will need to create things from the scratch. So you need to be a curious person. Like to know with people. If you don't like to know with people, you don't, marketing is not something for you. I know that marketing is very broad. You can work with operations and work behind the computer your whole day. Okay, there are this field of marketing, but mostly you need to work with people. You need to attend people. You need to like working with people. Know how to work under pressure, because business is pressure. And sometimes we are able to plan and follow the plan. Everything, it's move. But I can say that 70% of the time or more, it depends on the company culture. Things come last minute and you need to answer. So we're always under pressure. We need to be resilient, very resilient, and have mentors. Have a mentor. It can be your boss, it can be someone in the industry that you admire. You'd better have a mentor to mirror yourself at, to pay attention, to learn, from. It's nice to have this person, this reference.
Yes. I completely agree. The English is mandatory when you study marketing.
Yeah.
You have to know all the concepts for the
Yeah.
brand, for the branding. All is in English. The more information is in English, and you have to learn all
Yeah.
all the terms, all the information. I completely agree. And be curious and creative for create and innovate in the brand and the
Yes.
career.
Yes. Yeah. I work with a person. His name is Rogelio. I call him Roy, and he is the most creative person I've met. And I am not creative at all, at all. So, but I am curious. So sometimes, for being a curious person, you find references, you find inspiration. So he has this organically that I don't have. I don't think I'm a creative person, but I'm curious. So I think that we need to be curious.
Yes. And what part of your job did you enjoy the most?
The chance to learning new things every single day, every day. The challenges that we have, so we need to have this ability to not to be scared of these new projects and new things that come to us, and see this as a challenge. So I have many challenges that give me the opportunity to grow, to grow as a professional, to feel more safe. We're talking since 1 year ago that I was only a backstage professional, only answering to requests, that what I did. And now I grew so much, I feel so much mature as a professional. They call me, I am a marketing manager. I feel a marketing manager. We like to say here that we own the shit. You know, I can really lead the situation and manage anything. And that's because of the challenges, because challenges make you grow, easy things won't make you grow, will not make you grow at all. I like the travels. I don't like to travel a lot. I like my job because I travel sometimes. And this is a tip for marketers. If you are doing an interview for a job, ask how many times will I need to travel and evaluate your lifestyle. If you are a mom, will you be able to travel all the month? Or, oh no, you will travel once a month or once a quarter, and evaluate this in your life, because marketing demands travels and meeting new people. So not only in my country, now that I'm working since January with Peru, Argentina, and Chile, I'm meeting so many people. And I work with American teams outside. I have many infinite peers outside. So I love meeting new people. This is make me really happy. And last is feeling a part of a team that has to do with this. I feel a part of a big team, as you are a professional that works in a marketing department of a company. You are probably part of a team that may be a large team or a small team, but you feel part of a team, and this is nice.
Yes, I completely agree. I think that I like of this career is number one, the travels and meet other peoples in the different cultures and try to understand and make
Yeah,
a strategy with all and work with different peoples and make you grow
yeah,
like a professional.
yeah.
Yeah. Next question. What
Mhm.
personal qualities have you helped you most in your professional journey?
Other than curiosity that I told you, self-thought, so self-knowledge. I started working with let me just clarify something for you. This company that I'm working is the first company that I'm really working with marketing, because that old company that I told you, I didn't have the opportunity to grow, and I was a receptionist at that time, 2007, and I didn't have the job inside the marketing department. It was really small. So now I'm here, and let's say that Dynatrace is the first company I'm working in marketing, what means everything that I know, many things that I know, I learned at Dynatrace. And from 2013, that's when I started working at marketing, to now, not always I had someone to teach me, you know, many times, let's say 80% of the times I had to find out solutions by myself. How to use this thing, how to do this thing, how to do something, for many reasons. Because at that time, our company was in other phase. Our marketing department wasn't the same that we have right now, that we call ourselves one team. For many reasons, because our teams were small, there wasn't time for anyone to teach me. I had to learn a lot of things by myself, sometimes silly things, not long time. 2 weeks ago, I had to use DocuSign for the first time. I never did it. How will I, I had to learn myself how to upload the document, how to add the fields so the person could use the checkbox, and I had to learn myself. So I am a very self-taught person, and probably you will need to be too. I think that ability to listen and to adjust, and humility. Why? Because sometimes there are, for an example, people here, sales teams people here, they have been asking for a long time for us to participate on a conference, on a financial company here. And we never paid. It's very expensive. So this year I stopped it and listened to them. I understood their reasons why we need to be there. And I gave them the opportunity. I fought for the budget and I gave them the opportunity to be there. So you need to listen what the other people has to tell you. Sometimes it's a feedback about yourself or I'm sorry, or your team, anything. We work with partners here. We have a marketing department that works with resellers. When I do a webcast, I don't invite the resellers. I just invite customers, the final person that purchased from us. Then a partner manager said, you need to invite the resellers. They can listen, they can learn too. They never receive your invitation. So I think that I have this ability to listen, not to be reactive, and adjust, because then you adjust the plan, the strategy, if you can, and when you can. And humility, because it's easy to be an egocentric person when you work with marketing. You can have your milestones. You do a big event. You find your goals. You realize your goals, but you are not working alone. You have a background team. You are a team, so you're part of a team. So I saw very egocentric person working in marketing from other companies. I know a lot of people, and I learned it from very humility people, people that could wear the crown himself or herself, but he or she is rather including all the team and celebrating the milestone together. What makes more sense to me.
Yes. And the last question, do you have
Mhm.
any professional goal you're currently working on?
Well, my goals right now are to accelerate business opportunities or generate business opportunities. So everything that I do, every event that I invest in, every single action that I do, campaigns, are to, in the end of the day, either create a job, business opportunity, or to accelerate some some opportunity that's it's ongoing, and a negotiation that we want to should be closed. So this is my biggest goal. It's not easy, so that's my biggest goal. And also in my job, there are global companies, there are more regional companies, and there are more global companies. And in the global companies, sometimes you have global events to do and to work at, and it's a global event, but you have in the same time your regional needs to continue doing. You have a region to grow. For example, Argentina or Peru, there are small countries. We need to grow this region, or other small country in Latin America. So this is another challenge that I have, to attend the global needs that I need uh, to work at, to make the events or anything that I need to make globally, but continually investing in making the regional grow.
Well, that's all for this interview. Thank you really for accepting the interview. Thank you for giving me your time. And
Sure.
it was a pleasure to meet you.
You
And
too.
I really like your response, and thank you really for the interview.
Thank you, Carmen. I'm happy to help. I hope I have